Hi everyone. Up till now, when I've been reading William Wilberforce, we've been talking about nominal Christianity versus real Christianity. William Wilberforce would have called himself a nominal Christian or a practical atheist in the sense that he hadn't taken Christianity seriously. Up till then, he'd been raised in Christian surroundings and understood a certain level of Christianity, some of the teachings, but had never really investigated and committed himself to real Christianity. So at the end of his book here, he does just a little section on unbelief, and he's giving them a challenge. But unbelief is not something new to or given to a specific time frame or age. It's been around a long time. As the Apostle Paul describes it in Romans chapter 1, verses 18 to 21. Paul says, "The wrath of God is being revealed from heaven against all the godlessness and wickedness of men who suppress the truth by their wickedness, since what may be known about God is plain to them, because God has made it plain to them. For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that men are without excuse. For although they knew God, they neither glorified him as God nor gave thanks to him, but their thinking became futile, and their foolish hearts were darkened." So now we'll see what William Wilberforce says about unbelief and the challenge he gives to unbelievers. Another class of men, an increasing class, it is to be feared in this country, is that of absolute unbelievers. While this work is not properly concerned with them, we nevertheless pity their state. So the writer may be permitted to ask them one plain question. If Christianity is not true in their judgment, yet least should it not surely be entitled to a serious examination? Men like Bacon, Milton, Locke, and Newton made full inquiry and deep consideration of Christianity. Such men, by the reading of their understanding, the extent of their knowledge, and the desire to combat existing prejudices, called forth the admiration of mankind. What too of those churchmen, some of whom are among the greatest names this country has ever known? Can the skeptic in general say with truth that he has pursued an examination into all the evidences of revelation at all? Or has he at least with serious diligence looked into the importance of the subject? The fact is, such unbelief is not the result of sober inquiry or of deliberate preference. Rather, it is the slow production of a careless and irreligious life, operating together with prejudices and erroneous conceptions about the leading doctrines and fundamental tenets of Christianity. So just noting the names that he gives here, Bacon, Milton, Locke, and Newton, these were the brightest lights of the age of reason. These men are still looked upon as having given a great contribution to us in the areas of science, literature, and philosophy, and are still read and studied. These men were theistic in their disposition or in their assumptions, and yet they would have been considered Christian to varying levels or degrees, but would not have been considered evangelical by the standard of either William Wilberforce or evangelicals today. But they did a serious study an examination of Scripture and of the teachings of Christianity. So this is his challenge, really, to anyone who claims they're an unbeliever. Have they done the study? So we're going to link to this video the first of a series of videos called Why Jesus, that David and I read out some material that we did, 10 of the most popular objections to Christianity are addressed. And a second video that David did on the science of archaeology and its relation to what it did for belief and unbelief. The next time we're going to continue with William Wilberforce's discussion of how a person goes from nominal to skeptical to perhaps unbelief, how that happens.